Hello and welcome to this video about abstract reasoning. In this video, we will learn how to answer the different types of questions that can be asked to test aptitude. We will start with questions about counting. Here, we need to count the number of triangles in the figure. For questions involving counting, the first thing we need to do is see the different sizes of the shape we are trying to count. In this case, it is a triangle. To do so, we will consider the areas as shown in the figure to be one component each. We can start counting the triangles in their ascending order of size. The first type of triangle, comprising one unit, are 12 in total. The second type, comprising two components, are 4 in total. The third type, comprising 3 components, are 8 in total. The fourth type, comprising 6 components, are 8 in total. The fifth type, comprising 12 components, are 4 in total. Summing it up, we get a total of 36 triangles. This question gives us a folding sequence of a circular paper. There is a hole which is punched through the paper in the final step. We have to find out what the paper looks like after we unfold it. In these type of folding and unfolding questions, you have to remember that folding is essentially flipping about the fold line. This was explained in the previous video about spatial ability. Here, you have to backtrack from the final step Z. That is, you have to go in the order Z, Y, X to get the answer figure, which is option D. These questions are based on completing series. We need to find a repeating order to determine the figure which completes the series. In the first question, we can see that the figure is simply rotated in the clockwise direction by 90 degrees every step. So the answer here is option C. In the second question, we need to find a pattern which repeats through either all the rows or all the columns. We can see that there is no pattern or repetition when seen row-wise. However, when it is observed column-wise, an order is seen. That is, horizontal line followed by vertical line followed by diagonal from top left to the bottom right and finally the opposite diagonal. We can confirm this order by trying it on the missing spaces and seeing if that option is available. So, repeating the same order through the missing spaces, we find option D, which is satisfying the order, and hence it will be the correct answer. In this type of question too, we need to find out a pattern or an order. It could be in terms of rotation, flipping, size, quantity, etc. in ascending or descending order. The pattern could also be observed only for alternate steps instead of consecutive ones. Here, from step 1 to 2, the figure is rotated 90 degrees anti-clockwise and then flipped about the vertical axis in step 3. The pattern repeats with the figure rotating 90 degrees anti-clockwise in the fourth step. This means that the figure would flip about the vertical axis again. So, the correct answer is option B. When finding the odd one out, all the options except one could be identical or follow a certain rule. So in this question, all options except E are identical. So the odd one out is option E. Note that rotating an object would still identify it as the same object. However, when it is flipped, it is considered to be a different object. In this question, similarity can be seen among figures as they follow a certain rule. Here's how we can find out the rule. All the 5 figures have 2 branches coming out from the vertical line. Then there are a total of 7 sub-branches in each figure. If we observe the placement of the branches, we see that the left branch consists of 4 sub-branches and the right one consists of 3 sub-branches. Only option E reverses this rule and hence it is the odd one out. In this question of completing the series, we can observe an alternating pattern when we see the bottom row of the 4 figures in the question. Since option A, C and D do not follow this rule, we can eliminate them. Hence, by the method of elimination, the correct answer is option B. Using similar techniques of pattern finding, pause the video and solve this problem. In this kind of questions, we have to determine the relation between figure 1 and 2. That is, what transformation was applied to get from figure 1 to 2, and then apply the same transformation to figure 3. Deriving the transformation from figure 1 to 2, we can see that the figure is rotated 90 degrees anticlockwise. The 2 black line strip is converted to 3. The plus sign changes to a white square and it is flipped about the horizontal axis. Applying the same rule to figure 3, we get the correct answer as option D. Here, we have to determine which figure belongs to neither of the provided groups. First, find out similarities of the objects placed inside a group and then how the two groups are different from one another. Here, in group 1, rectangular containers are holding circles only. In group 2, rectangular containers are holding only squares. Hence, option A and B fall into group 2. Option C is part of group 1. Option D cannot be categorized into either of the two groups as the rectangular container holds a square as well as a circle. Hence, the correct answer is option D. This question gives us two completed equations and asks us to complete a third equation similarly. We have to first find out the rules governing equation 1 and 3 and apply the same to equation 2 to get the final answer. In both the equations 1 and 3, when the two hexagons are added, it could be considered that the two hexagons are layered on top of each other. However, the common lines within the two hexagons are eliminated. Applying this rule to equation 2 implies the correct answer is option D. When it comes to number series, you have to determine whether it is an addition series, that is, a constant is added to the first number progressively, or whether it is based on other mathematical operations such as multiplication, division, squares, roots, cubes, etc. Here the pattern is like this. The third number is a sum of the two numbers preceding it. You can confirm this by seeing other numbers in the series. The fourth and fifth numbers add up to give the sixth number, that is 7 plus 11 equals 18. Therefore, the answer here is 18 plus 29, which is equal to 47. You can use a similar method even for this question. Only difference is that you have to consider the whole row or column. You can try mathematical operations among multiple rows or columns. Example, in the first row, you can try something like 8 into 2 plus 5. Pause the video and try to find out the answer yourself. With this question, this video comes to an end. Thank you for watching.